Welcome all. Today we are going to see the program to implement the arithmetic operations with command line arguments in Java. In this program, the program has to read the input from the console from the command line, and then it has to perform the arithmetic operations according to the operation what we are going to give. Let us consider two numbers 4 and 5. So these two numbers also we have to get it from the console, and the arithmetic operators are plus, minus, and then star, and then divided by, and then modulo. So all these 5 operators are there. Any one operator we have to give it as the input in the command line. So if I give 4 and then 5 and then plus, then it has to return the answer 9. So 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. If I give minus, then it has to return minus 1. So for that, first we have to come here, start a new project, Java with that, Java application. Next, here we have to give the meaningful name. So the meaningful name is arithmetic. So I am giving it as arith, and then command line. So command. I am going to give this one. Already it is there. So command 1. Finish it. You can see a new project has been created. So now from this you can understand we need to give these three inputs when we are running the Java program. So initially when we run, how will we compile the Java program? Java C, and then the name of the file .java, and then after compiling without error we used to give the interpreter Java. I'm sorry, here automatic conversion are coming, so Java, and then the name of the class, and we have to enter here. Instead here we have to give 4 and then 1 gap, 5 and then 1 gap, and then any one operator. So now this one when we run we are going to give. So these two inputs I want to give it in the Netbeans. So for that, first now what we have to do is go here, arithmetic command, and then properties, sources, here run, come to run, and what is the argument you want to give? 4, 1 gap, and then 5, and then another gap. I want to give it as plus. Okay, so give OK. Now from this, how we are going to access that command line argument here? To access the command line argument, here can you see string and then square bracket and then args. This args is the parameter which gets the command line arguments. So to understand this, first let us print command line arguments, println, and then what is the argument here? args, and then 0 I am giving. 0 means which is the first argument what we have given? 4 is the first argument. So when you run this one, can you see here 4 will be printed. So Now if we want to access, this will be considered as an array. So to access the next element, so what is the index we need to give? 1. And then to access the third element, we need to give it as 2. So can you see here 4, 5 and then star. Here even though it is 4, 5 star, this one is a string, because can you see here this ARGS array is a string array. So in this string, this one is in 4 is in 0th index. ARGS is a string array. 4 is in 0th index, 5 is in first index, and plus is in second index. So now let us consider another one more line. We are adding this 0 plus 1. If we add it like this, what is the array? What is the answer we are getting? 45, because ARGS 0 is 4 and then ARGS 1 is 5. These two are strings. Because of that one, concatenation will happen. So 4 plus 5 means 4 is a string and 5 is a string, and then it will be concatenated. So 4, at the end of 4, 5 will be added. So 45 will be printed. So for this, we need to convert this ARGS of 0 and then 1 to integer. To convert that one, to store the first number 4, I am going to create a variable a, and then to store the second variable, I am going to create a variable b, and then third one is the arithmetic operator, that is a character. So to store that, I am going to create a character c. Now we have to assign it to ARGS of 0. So to assign this one, if you assign like ARGS of 0 directly, it will give you error, because can you see here, string cannot be converted to int. This one is a string and a is an integer type. It cannot be converted automatically. So we need to convert that one into integer. Yes, how? A string will be converted to integer. For that, you need to use the integer class. You know, when I say class, the first letter should be the capital letter. So we need to use the integer class. That means integer, this is the integer class. Now convert whatever we are giving into integer. We need to inform that one. For that, we need to use parse int. Here parse int means it will convert this string into integer value. Now same, next one is also a string value, so we need to convert that one into integer. So b is equal to integer dot parse int. Now this is a string, we need to convert it into character. So to do that one, which character we have to convert? In this place, whatever character you are having, that one should be converted to character. Here we are not going to use it as character dot parseChar. Instead, this is the place string name and then dot character at, and then the index is 0 only. I'm sorry, this spelling mistake here. So to convert a string to an integer is integer dot parse int. We have to use. To convert the string into a character is, in the string, which character, index 0 character do you want to change, or index 1 character do you want to track? That index you have to give it. So string name dot character at 0 you have to give. Now you have converted. Let us try to print this one. So instead of args 0 1 2, now give it as abc. So can you see 4 5 plus? So that means now everything has been converted into an integer and then a character. Now when you get the character, you need to perform according to the character's choice. Here, which one is your choice? The C is the character, that means arithmetic operator. It tells you what operation you want to do. So now this one is your choice. If you give plus, then according to plus it has to perform. If you give minus, according to minus it has to perform. So this is the choice you have. Now what are all the operators you will have? Plus, minus, star, division, and then modulo operator. So 5 arithmetic operators are there. You don't know which operator you are going to give here. Let us consider, if I give here, if I give modulo, so or otherwise multiplication, then it has to perform according to multiplication. So we don't know which operator we are going to give it in the command line. So for that we need to implement the program which implements all the operations. So for that you have to use switch case. So switch off, and then which one you are going to give, which option you want to perform, that option will be saved in C. So you are going to give that one as an input. Now how many options you have? Case, that one you have to give it in single quote. Plus is there, okay, and then what other operations you have? Case, minus is also there. Don't give it a semicolon, it is colon. And then case star also will be there, and then case division is there, and then case modulo is there. So now if it is plus, then what you need to do? You have to print the value of a plus b. So you need to print the value of a plus b. If the choice is, if you give minus, then it has to print the value of a minus b. And then if it is multiplication, it needs to print the value of multiplication. So according to all the choices, you give your option divided by, and then this is modulo operator. Now try to execute. So what is this one? 4 is the output of A, 5 is the output of B. What is the operator you have given? Star is the operator you have given. But can you see A star B is equal to 20? Yes, it has given. But other than that, it is giving two other outputs. Why it is giving like that? That also let us identify. Another one more. If I modify this one to plus, now you try to understand how many inputs you are getting. Can you see 4, 5, and then 4 plus 5 is equal to 9, and then you are getting 4 other outputs. So you are getting some other outputs also. To avoid that one, what it is giving you is a plus b is equal to 9, and then it is executing all other 4 statements. Because of that, you are getting these statements. So a minus b is equal to minus 1, a star b is equal to 20, a by b is equal to 4 divided by 5 is equal to 0 because integer, and then 4 modulo b is equal to remainder 4. We need to avoid these things. So for that, we need to add a statement break at the end of the each case. So at the end of each case, if you write this, you can get only whichever you want. Let us change this one again. Properties, run star. Now execute 4 by 5 and then star, and then which one? This one only will be executed. So what is the use of break statement? Break statement, when you are executing the particular case, at the end of the case, if you write the break statement, then the control will come out from this loop. That means from this switch case it will come out. That's all. Thank you.